Hello and welcome back to my Immortal. Last time, if you don't remember, we were introduced to a couple of new characters. We have Snap, who is a pedophile and a Christian in this, and Lupin, was it, who is also a pedophile. They were snapping pictures of Ebony through her window while she was getting changed, and we're all sort of finding out that certain people are in cahoots with Voldemort. The plot's getting thick. Anyway, let's just do it. Chapter 14. Author's Note.
Fuck off, preps, okay? Reverend Fangs again. Thanks for helping, Agent. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed, so I had to go to the hospital because I slipped my wrists. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 God reviews.
I just want to point out, like, in no way am I bringing any kind of humor to suicide. I think it's a really tragic and horrible thing. This, however, is ridiculous, and the number of times that people slit their wrists in this is probably a little too much. Yeah. Oh, there's a warning here. Warning. Some of this chapter is extremely scary. The hour excretion advised. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. "Rid my sight, you despicable preps," he shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. Then suddenly he looked at me, and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. "Ebony, I love you. Will you have sex with me?" he said.
In this, he's 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile, okay?
Huh? I asked.
"Enemy, I love you. Will you have sex with me?"
That is like the strongest pickup line. If you are you're looking for some action, asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely.
"What the fuck? You tortured my BF and then you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard," I said angrily.
Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of it like a fountain. "No!" he screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. And nothing of value was lost. "Snaketail, what art thou doing?" called Voldemort. Then he started coming. We could hear his high heels clacking to us. He's wearing high heels now. So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went up to my room. Vampire went away, then I started crying. "What's wrong, honey?" asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a sex-pack. Oh, fuck you. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexy. And a really huge new you-know-what and everything.
"It's so unfair," I yielded. "Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls in preps here except for Bloody Mary because she's not ugly or anything?"
"Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They're such fucking sluts," answered Draco.
"Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like, Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me. And now even Snaketail is in love with me. I just want to be with you, Draco, okay? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful?"
You know, that's a question I ask myself every day. I shouted angrily.
"And don't worry, Enemy isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse," I shouted, and then I ran away.
Chapter 15. Author's Note. It's the usual affair from what it looks like.
"Stop flaming, okay? BTW, you suck. From now on, every time someone flams me, I'm gonna slit my wrists. Thanks to Raven for sleeping."
Ebony! Ebony! Shouted Draco sadly. No! Please! Come back! But I was too mad.
Whatever. Now you can go and have sex with Vampire,
I shouted. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood-red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. I put on a short, ripped, black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front, because edgy, right? In blood-red letters, and was all ripped and a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood-red letters. I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed, as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. How? Suddenly the guitar turned to Draco. How? Explain! Enemy, I love you, he shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. Then he started to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now, 'cause we fell in love when Joel was singing it. Right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Author's note. Don't you think those guys are so hot? If you don't, why the fuck are you here? Get out of here. MFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking preps stared at us, but I just stuck out my middle fingers. That were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Draco's now. So like this kind of happened. At them. I love you, I said, and we started to kiss just like Hilary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in a Cinderella story. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw a poster saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together. Aww. Chapter 16. Author's note. You know what? Prove to me you're not preps. Raven, you suck. You fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking sweet, you stupid this. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. By the way, thanks to Brittany5655 for teaching me Japanese. Her and Raven are having a falling out. Uh-oh. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection. But it didn't matter, because I knew, that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and black leather platinum boots with red ripped fishnets. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we stated moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. WTF, Draco, I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time. Even if it's MCR, you know how much I liked him. What, 'cause he gadgeted uncomfortably, 'cause guys don't like to talk about you-know-what. Yeah, 'cause I yielded in an angry voice. Are we just not going to address that Voldemort and his bastards are there on the stage? Okay. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time, we're going with an escort.
OMFG, what the fuck /? Are you giving into the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now?
No, he muttered loudly.
Are you becoming a prep or what?
I shooted angrily. Ennaby, I'm not. Please come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing "The World is Black" by She See to me. Are we not addressing the Voldemort? Okay. I was flattened, 'cause that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me.
Okay, then I guess I will have to,
I said, and then we Frenched for a while and went up to my room. Just Voldemort's hanging out there. He's like, later, guys. Bloody Mary was standing there. Oh my god. This is Japanese, I think. Bear with me. Hajime Mashite, girl. Sorry, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means, how do you do in Japanese? BTW, Willow, that fucking poser got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. Author's note. Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you.
It serves that fucking bitch right,
I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling all depressed. We watch some gothic movies like Das Nightmare Before Xmas. Okay, the actual writing is starting to look scarily like the author's notes now. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii, Bloody Mare shook her head, energetically, lethargically.
Oh yeah, have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her 'cause he's a necrophilic.
Oh, right, 'cause Willow was Raven's character, and she's very dead now. Uh-oh. Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Talk to each other in silence.
Hey, BTW, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I said. I need to wear, like, the hot set outfit Eva.
Bloody Mary nodded energetically.
OMFG, totally, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, already getting out my fishful Hot Topic loyalty card. No. My head snaped up. What? My head spleen. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, she laughed. I found some cool gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked. Sure, it would be Draco, or Diabolo, or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call our Brahms. OMFFG Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Yeah. I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores, specially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was, OMG, hotter than Gerard, except not, 'cause that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many poses there are in this town, man. Yesterday Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. It's a constipated one, in case you remember from last time. OMFG, no, they're gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tully coming out and very low cut with a huge slit. I don't think that meant what she thinks it meant.
Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said.
Yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. You know what, I am gonna give it to you just free, because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight? He asked. Yeah, I am, actually, I looked back at him. Hey, BTW, my name's Ed Bundy, Darkness, Dementia, Terror. Wait, what's yours?
This is so hard. This is so hard to read. Tom Ridd, he said, and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight.
Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my BF Draco, you sick perv, I yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hargrid flew in on his black broom, looking worried. OMFG, Ebony, I need to get back to the castle now. Dun dun dun. Chapter 17, author's note. I said stop filming this trial. If you're a prep, then do not read it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you're out. If you are, then fuck off. PZ. Willow really isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise to give you back the poster.
There's like a plot within a plot. Is she gonna get her back her poster? Is Raven gonna get her sweater back? It's like that story within a story, a painting within a painting. It's like some kind of new age way of storytelling. Maybe this isn't bad at all. Maybe this is ahead of its time. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if he wanted, 'cause he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. WTF, Hagrid, I shouted angrily.
Fuck off, you thick-juking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came.
Hagrid went away angrily. She's not dead now, I think.
Hey, bitch, you look so kawaii, she said.
Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly, 'cause Willow's really pretty and everything. Aww. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood-red lace on it, and a black blood-red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic.
So are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked.
Yeah, I said happily.
I'm going with Diabolo, she answered happily.
Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought we were hot too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warp Tower. Bloody Mart was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Naval. But it turned out that he was kidnapped at birth, and his real family were vampires. They died in a car crash. Naval converted to Satanism, and he went goth. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans, and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz, get it, 'cause we're gothic, that his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. We soon got there. I gasped. Gerard was the sexiest guy. Eva. He looked even sexier than he did in pics. He had long, raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny, and he had an amazing ethnic voice. We moshed to Helena and some other songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away, but me and Draco. Draco and I came. It was Vladimort and the Death Dealers! Again! You moronic idiots, he shouted angstly. Enemy, I told you to kill Vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shouted a spell and Vladimir ran away. It was Dumbledore. Chapter 18. Author's Note.
I said stop flaming. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven. I used the wrong number, sorry. For the help and stuff, you rock. You're not a prep. Thanks for my suitor. P.S. The other Ethan Dumbledore swore is 'cause he trained to be gothic. So there.
In a weird way, and I'm not proud of this, I'm actually starting to understand the Gothic notes. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood red lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped in stripes so you could see my belly. So it's like low-cut and belly show. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside it. I think this is an author's note here. The night before Draco, no it's not. The night before Draco and I went back to the skull, get it, skull, 'cause I'm gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Vladimort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and we had you-know-what to a Linkin Park song. Well, anyway, I went back to the Great Hall. There, all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. But you fouled see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant. And there were pastors of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. WTF, I shouted, going to sit next to B. Bloody Mary and Willow. B. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good Shraloot t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire, Dracula, and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way, or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in 'cause they were bi. Those guys are so fucking hot, Navel was saying, as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased away Vladimort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation, and he had dyed his hair black. Dumbledore won? We all gasped. WTF, I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we Goths just looked at each other all disgusted and shook our heads. Disgusted. That's what they meant. We couldn't believe what a poser he was, one. BTW. You can call me Albert, he called as we left to our classes. All caps for some reason. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we went to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way? Like Gerard? Heh? But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. I was so fucking angry. Yeah. It's probably gonna about do it for this. It ran a little longer than I meant it to, but it's all in good fun, right? Go ahead and leave a comment or something if you want. You got something to say. I check these kind of regularly now. Like it if you like it. Dislike it if you dislike it. I don't care what you do. In any case, there are going to be annotations pointing to the next one when I make it, and the last one when I did make it. Guess I'll see y'all later.